Society plays a huge role in many women and young teenagers. Why? Because society and media have pretty much set a definition to beautiful and what it should and only look like to be accepted. When normally all of what the media portrays is all fake by Photoshop. It's amazing what it can do and how much of an effect it has to our women and society. Did you know that 70% of women of all ages feel depressed, guilty, and shameful after looking at a fashion magazine for just 3 minutes? Many fashion industries ignore the victims just for their benefit. Don't you think that is a little selfish?
Many young girls try to look a certain way based on the images they see on TV, advertisements, and magazines, when in reality the body type portrayed in these advertisements as a norm is only naturally possessed by 5% of the women in the United States.
Many young teenage girls are working and dieting themselves literally to the bone to try to look like the so-called perfect models with a perfect body, which would be the models on magazines, runway models, and who could forget about the Victoria's Secret angels. Media sends out all the wrong messages about beauty, mostly for their benefit, for what they're trying to sell, without realizing that young girls and women are getting put down emotionally due to wanting to be perfect, which sadly leads to drastic measures. Dieting from the age of 5, restricting from food as much as possible leads to serious eating disorders, just to fit in with what society believes that they should look like. When will the media monsters stop with all the false photos? When will they learn to just accept beauty for what it really is?
Our solution was inspired by the commercial that Dove launched for their campaign on accepting ourselves just the way we are. They showed us a session of a model being photoshopped for an advertisement. The video showed us the reality of what advertisers are willing to do to make profit off their made-up image of beauty.
If we were to propose a solution,
our solution would be to make Photoshop and editing not an option,
and to encourage models to turn down that option as well, to increase the self-esteem of women and young girls.
It has been proven to affect our society in a negative way. Photoshop and editing is not an option anymore.
And many women and young teenagers. Why? Because society and media have pretty much set a definition of beautiful and what it should and only look like in order to be accepted. When normally,
if we were to propose a solution,
our solution would be to make